This just in, man appears to be running Soul Wars in only Void. Live coverage of this fearless man exclusive on WK73.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel Voidilocks. Last episode we left off grinding pest control. As you can see, now we are here at Soul Wars. We're going to grind out a few KC. As mentioned in a previous episode, Soul Wars is huge for an Ironman account. Snagging these loot crates will stack a few up. Some of the useful items we'll be getting from them are alchables, runes, as well as adamant and runite bolts. And of course, the rubies and diamonds to go with them. For those of you who have never played Soul Wars, it used to be a pretty popular minigame that did get removed from RuneScape and then brought back in just a couple years ago, I think. It is a team-based game, so as you can see, there is red and there is blue. The red being the side of Zamorak and the blue being the side of Saradomin. The basic goal is just to collect soul fragments by killing NPCs or other players that are carrying them, and using these soul fragments in the center on the obelisk, and this will weaken your enemy's avatar. After the avatar has been weakened, the objective is to kill that avatar, and the first team to kill the other team's avatars 5 times will win the game. There's a timer in game also that will end if the 5 KC requirement is not met. As you can see on the screen up to the left, there you have a little bit about the kills that each team has already done, the current health of the avatar, as well as the current strength and how much time is left. After every game, you will receive zeal points, which can be spent at the reward shop. These zeal points are earned by doing things like killing other players, damaging the other enemy's avatar, healing your teammates, as well as winning the game. You also get a few points for using fragments on the obelisk or burying bones at your respective spawn points. The max zeal points per game is 60, which is decent considering a loot chest costs 30 zeal, and games last about 15 minutes, so you can get about 8 loot chests maximum per hour. Now, as you can see, I am a low combat, and Soul Wars is a combat-based minigame, so having a higher combat level generally gives you advantage. However, there are some ways to work around this. One of the strategies that I use is to focus more on support, such as using the meds on other players, as well as trying to find bones and burying them. One can also try to farm the fragments and use them on the obelisk, but the threats of dying to others and losing your fragments is high, so I recommend to farm smaller batches if you are doing that. In conclusion, playing Soul Wars as a low-level player can be a little tilting or challenging at times, that's for sure, but it's definitely possible if you implement the right strategies. If you play in the earlier hours of the day when there are less players online also, it can make it easier to finish the games with close to or max zeal. We're going to finish up this one. We have 19 seconds left. We'll try and snag in a few more points with the heals here. And another thing I forgot to mention, sometimes it does help to just do a little bit of damage on the avatar or the enemy's avatar if you can. I don't think I was able to in this game, but it does help keep your zeal at a healthy level. And it looks like we scored 40 zeal, which is a decent amount. Like I said, the max is 60, but 40 is not a bad score for a low combat level. We're gonna quickly snag ourselves 2 crates, and we will see what we get out of these. And it looks like we're gonna pull some runite bolts, nice, and some healthy amount of runes, the blood and nature runes. We love to see it. So yeah, Soul Wars is going to be huge for this account, and we will be back here later in the day. And the first quest of many, Misthalin Mystery, completed. Tower of Life completed, giving us a little bit of construction and crafting XP. And Elemental Workshop 2, giving us 7.5k crafting and smithing XP, boosting our levels. And one of the longer quests, failing some obstacles, but Shiloh Village completed, bumping us up to 37 crafting. This is a weird quest that I don't think a lot of people have done if you haven't done the quest cape, but there is getting ahead done, boosting us up to 39 crafting and 38 construction. One of my personal favorite quests in the game, iconic for many reasons. This quest, A Cold War After Finishing, unlocks one of the most unused agility courses in the game. That's right, the Penguin Agility course. It's always a fun quest, getting into the tuxedo, doing a bunch of random activities. And there is the quest completed, giving us a 5k agility and a little bit of crafting XP as well, bumping us up to 36 agility. Well, some of the astute of you out there might have noticed that all the quests that we were doing before were giving us crafting XP, and that is no coincidence. We are trying to get the level to make a hard leather shield. I imagine that these kinds of shields are hardly ever used in game, but we will be trying to make one. It will give us a cheeky little +2 range boost to our range gear. Now this might not seem like a lot, but if we will be continuing grinding Soul Wars and Pest Control with the bone crossbow, well, I think it will come in handy. So we're going to finish up one last inventory of molten glass, and that should give us the level 41 to make the shield, and then we will go and gather the supplies. Well, here we are at the leather tanner here in Alcarid. We have gone ahead and made the hard leather shield, giving us that +2 in range as well as a few bonuses in defense. We've gone ahead and grinded out a little bit of pest control. As you can see here, we have almost 500 lifetime zeal. Managed to stack 10 crates, and let's see if we can snag anything good. Very nice, a rune scimitar already unlocked on the account. Some death runes, some gems, blood runes. A few rune arrows as well as some rune bolts. We love to see it. More coal, seeds. And another dragon item, the dragon longsword. Nice little alk there. And the last crate we will be walking away with. Some decent items. Pretty happy with what we snagged from there. If we look into our bank now, we are sitting, well, pretty healthy. 2 mil in our combat gear. Obviously thanks to the tomes that are in there. 414 rune bolts already from Soul Wars, as well as these adamant bolts that we just snagged. Let's make some space for the dragon items, and we will be adding the rest into the appropriate tabs. Like I said, these crates are just OP for Iron Men, especially early game, giving us runes such as these death runes, blood runes, and soul runes, as well as a little bit of cash. The dragon scimitar is going to be huge for the count. It's going to save me some money once I do finish Monkey Madness. And well, a little bit of seeds and a crystal key complete. We love to see it. We will be grinding some more Soul Wars at another time. Well, that will be wrapping up episode 4. Hope you enjoyed. We'll be AFK fishing here until 58 fishing. Hit that subscribe button, leave a like, a comment, bell notification, and we will catch you guys on the next episode.